Welcome to Lounge TV. I'm Larry, and there's Troublemaker Tom. Yeah, I want to show you guys how to install a dishwasher because unfortunately Tom broke this one.
I didn't break our dishwasher.
Okay, so it worked fine before we went away on vacation, and we came back and now it doesn't work properly. So, I don't know. What's the
What do you mean it worked fine before vacation? It was filling up with water way before vacation.
Not like this. I mean, now it's not even going through all the cycles and everything. It just stops.
Yeah, it was doing that before vacation.
No.
Do you not remember?
Yeah, it was doing it before the last vacation, but it started like after the first vacation.
Yeah, after you guys got back.
No, it was before that.
It didn't start doing that while I was on. In fact, the one time after I had started when you guys went on vacation, I ran it once and it actually drained all the way. So it actually worked while you were
Tom
gone.
has a habit of not cleaning his dishes off very well in there. And
I do. Hold up. I do fine with cleaning off my dishes before I put them in the dishwasher. For one. For two, I see you, you know. For two, after you had said like you should do a bit better of a job, okay, fine. You know, maybe I didn't do it as fantastic.
I clogged it all up in there.
There's no way that whatever little bit was in there. Besides, probably the blue stuff that we found that was probably clogged it up in there.
What, that little tiny flaky stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that filter caught all that.
As far as you know.
Well, what? So now you're blaming it on your mom. Well, you're the one to put the cup in there.
How do you know?
Let me show you what happened, guys.
You guys don't leave dishes in there for me to put in before it gets started.
Obviously, this cup is not...
Yeah, the exact same blue color as this thing.
Yeah, look, it came all
off the bottom. I think the bottom was completely blue before, so that's how much damage has been done. Yeah. There was a lot more off of that than we found
Obviously,
in there.
this isn't dishwasher safe, so... that has to go in the trash, that cup. I don't know why I even put it back up there. But anyway.
I don't know either.
Yeah. You know what? In case this is the troublemaker. But anyway, it's not even just... I know, Tom, you didn't break. I just like giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Even though, I don't think it's the cup, though. I think because it was filling up with water way before that cup, we even noticed any of the flaking of the cup. Plus, it has a filter in there. So there's something wrong with the dishwasher. It won't empty out, but it's not even just that. It just stops. And sometimes it won't even run through the cycles and everything. Even like right now, I started clearing it out because I took the bottom shelf out. But I had to get all the water out of that, and the water is all the way over to here.
Yeah.
And so
I know I've had to bail it out a couple times.
Yeah, and so the filters have been in there, and there was never anything. The filters would have had it all over that. You know what I'm saying? If it was going to get clogged up like that. So obviously there's something wrong. Not just that it also does a thing where they'll flash some lights. And if you look at the troubleshooting guide, there was a couple lights on that says there's something wrong with the PBA something, whatever. So
didn't you say there was like a temperature problem the one time?
Yeah, that's one of them. What it does, it says it's high temperature or whatever. So we have to get a new dishwasher, which we have. Really? Bless you.
Thank you.
Anyway, whenever I talk, that's what I do. I make him sneeze for some reason.
Yeah, your voice causes weird adverse effects in this house.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to be installing a new dishwasher. We bought it. I do not recommend this model. Joe has the exact same dishwasher at his house. And he says it's still running fine, but it doesn't drain completely. Now, I never noticed on my old dishwasher that lasts us for 10 years, if that ever drained completely. Like, in other words, like, see this little cup? If there was water in there, it's not a big deal. Mine is doing all kind of, it just stops and it flashes and ding, 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 like, what, 100 times?
Yeah, we found that that particular light signal just meant that it had something wrong with the actual drain, like it was just filling up too much. Which explains why it would shut down, otherwise it's just going to keep filling up and then start to flood.
And I installed this one, so either I did a better job on his than this, or there's just something wrong with this dishwasher. It was cheap, it was not very expensive. I would never get a Samsung one again. So we bought a new one, and I think it's a GE, and it was on sale, so we'll see how that one works. Our first one, what, 10 years, Tom? I think at least 10 years.
Was it?
I think 10 years, yeah.
I mean, I was still washing dishes by hand in high school, wasn't I?
Nah, great-grandmom gave us the money for that. And we got an expensive one.
I mean, yeah, we did.
And she's been gone for a while now.
She has.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember the exact time frame.
Yeah, it's been 10 years, Tom. You're getting old, you know? I mean, 10 years ago you were 18.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know that you were doing dishes when you were 18.
I don't think so.
No, so anyway, I'm not going to show you guys how to take it out because I don't need to. All right, this video is all about installing. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to move this so I can get this out. I also have to clear out, as you can see, we like to put a lot of stuff down there. And I got to take all that stuff out to get to the plumbing stuff. And when I get it all cleared out and have this out of here, I will turn the camera back on and we will show you how to install a dishwasher, which is really, really simple. All right, so we got the old one out and here's the new one that we put right here. As you can see, there's the opening. And you see I put a tile floor in, so that was what our old floor used to look like.
Yep, so in case you didn't know, we used to have linoleum tile that looked like that.
Yeah, if you want to know what that yellow stain is, it has something to do with where the cabinets, because the cabinets were all crossed here. And our sink used to be over there, so I put the sink over here. But anyway, that right now, so as you can see, I had to put little slats in here so that it could raise it up when you put it in there. That's one of the things, like if you're building a kitchen, you have to think about, if you're putting tile floor down, you have to think about a lip, because if you're going down inside there, right, you've got to be able to get it back out. So if you put this in before you tiled, you have to take that into account.
Yep.
That's why I put those wood slats there, so that it's, you know, it's not quite as up as the tile floor, but I didn't have to worry about it. All right, so now I have the water disconnected. I have the electric turn. One of the first things you always have to do is turn your power off, and then always make sure after you turn your power off that you test it. Voltage regulator, voltage tester, just to make sure that they aren't live, because that's the last thing you need to get electrocuted.
Be a bit of a problem.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take my hose here that came with it, which is kind of like real fun to work with, and it's like a really long hose.
Yeah, what is it, industrial model?
Yeah. So I have to put this. I have a hole back here for this, and just put it in there, and I'm going to take it in. Take it in there as far as I can go until it's not too tight, but just so I can pull the slack out. And I'll just about like that for right now. I'm not going to hook this up yet because I'm going to have to, I'm going to have Tom pushing it in and me pulling the hose through. But before I do that, I have to get the water hooked up to it, which I gotta find out where that actually hooks up in this thing. It's probably over there somewhere. No, of course.
Well, there's a lot of wires over here, so.
Yeah, there should be a, well, you wouldn't think a hose would hook up where the wire hooks.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me see. All right, well, this is the time that you get out the instructions to see where your water hooks into this.
Usually has, you know, diagrams.
Yeah, they're usually inside the door.
You missed.
Yeah, here you go. Everything's in here. Oh, look how new it looks.
Shiny and new.
There's enough stuff in here, isn't it? Whoa.
Careful.
She's a little top heavy.
Oh, there's 3 drawers. So where it all goes in like a very, very top drawer. That's neat.
Not sure what that is, but we'll find out. Yeah,
like a gap filler?
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, because there's 2 of them in there. Put that over there for now. All right, let me close this for now. Oh, here's all our buttons here. Yep. That's nice, and it tells you everything. All right, I'm going to close that, and I'm going to look up this, and then after I figure out where the heck the water goes in on this, I'll turn the camera back on.
Lying down on the job?
Yeah, see, I don't know if you can get down here, but that's where the water hookup goes, right down here. It's not in the easiest spot. And I'm trying to get it as tight as I can, you know? One thing you don't want is a leak. I mean, it has a washer, you know, rubber washer, like a hose washer. I'm trying to get the, it's not the easiest thing, like I said. I'm trying to get the pliers on and just give it a little extra. That's about as tight as I guess I'm going to get it. Alright. Hopefully that's it. Well, anyway, guys, the other water hookup was on the back. Made it a piece of cake. This, being on the front, means
It's not.
it's not. And I had to take it off underneath the sink. So now this will go back there. And I have to rehook that up inside. And because it's a brand new hose, it's a little twisty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's curled up since
Yeah.
the factory, so.
So I got that.
It also meant getting it into the little channel underneath it was a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's got to stay there because we don't want to get it caught on top of anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or else we'll have a king toes here for the water intake. So the next thing I got to do is I got to get the electrical wire and go underneath on that channel and hook up the electric, and then we can get to the point where we're pushing it back and I'm pulling the stuff. You know what I'm saying, Tom?
Yeah. Where does the drain get hooked in?
The drain, oh, that gets hooked inside there. It's that's pre-hooked into this.
Oh, that's already hooked up.
That's that plastic hose that we fed through the hole.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's
already
the drain. Yeah,
it's already hooked up
we
there?
don't have to worry about that. We have to just worry about hooking that up to the sink.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty simple.
Overall, I mean, it's hooking up 2 things and then hooking up 3 things and
Yeah.
getting in the right spot.
Yeah. And getting it back into there. And then if you're going to be raising it up at all, which this one does raise up, it's got these little, where's the, I thought it had feet on it now. This one does raise up. They must be way under here. Oh yeah, they're way under here. So you'd have to unscrew these things down here to raise it up. Yeah, that's fun. But I worry about that after I get it in. You know, not now.
Yeah.
Getting too old for this stuff, Tom. But you know, Tom's learning how to hook up a dishwasher right now, so that's kind of cool. Like I said, make sure that hose is as tight as you can get it. I guess the nice thing is on this is if it's going to leak, I'm going to see it before I put that plate back on. Did we show taking off the plate?
No, we didn't.
Okay, so there's a plate that goes on here, guys. That's what's laying right there. And there was only 2 screws, so I had to take off the screws and take that off. So that's so I can get to where the water goes in, and the electric is right here. So I'll have to take that off and wire that in too. That one screw right there, and then we're set. And then we'll get to the next. Well, we'll show you that part when I get the wires to it.
And we're done.
Yeah. What a nightmare, guys. It was hard because all of a sudden we hit this and we're like, why is it not going in? And here Tom said, well, maybe the bottom went down.
Like the back,
and I was like,
yeah,
duh. And then we got it.
Got it level again, try to push it back.
Yeah.
But then,
but the wire here decided to go over underneath this thing.
See that metal part on the right there? It was directly underneath of that.
Yeah. So I still got to get it back a little bit further on this side to try to make it even there. And all I got to do now is hook up those electric wires, hook up the drainage and the water on this side.
And then pray it works.
And pray it doesn't leak. That's the most important thing.
I think that falls under the blanket of it works.
Yeah. And then guys, there's a, I can't open this up right now because the whole thing wants to come. There we go. There's a spot in here where I got to put the brackets up in here and then screw it into this. I got to make sure it's pretty much level and all that stuff too, and I want it as straight as I can get it in here.
Yeah, because the last one kind of stopped doing that.
Yeah. So I'll finish my beer and then go on the next step, because when you're older and you're working on stuff like this, you need a beer or else you actually want to start breaking stuff. Sometimes
you were cursing up a storm just trying to pull that wire out.
Sometimes it's, you know, the thing that you're working on, and sometimes it's the person you work with.
I've been nothing but helpful.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Good job. That's the least you could do since you broke the other one.
I didn't break the other one.
All right, so we'll get to the next step, guys, and we'll show you. So we found out something. You have to put these brackets on before you can have it back there, so you can attach it to the top. And so I had to tilt it to get that. So anyway, you see, you got to put the screw down in there. Well, I have a hard time with my fingers, so I showed Tom a little trick, and you guys can learn this too. So if you take something that, like a magnet, if you have a magnet in your house, you know, put it on the head of your screwdriver. Just let it sit there for a couple seconds. And then you can put your screw in there and it should stick. A lot easier that way.
That it is. So I thought it was just naturally magnetic.
The diagram is kind of a little difficult, wasn't it, Tom?
A little bit.
To figure out where it is.
It labels things as like A and B within option A and option B. And you gotta like look at a second part of a diagram to understand the first part of the diagram. And
yeah. So anyway, you can cut these off too, to where you're gonna need them.
That's why it's got like lines on.
Yeah. So for right now, I'm going to put it where it is. And actually, I'm not gonna have to cut them off. I'm just gonna have to get this so that this one's back a little bit further, like that, and then pull this out a little bit, and they're perfect like that.
Oh, there we go.
And then I'll be. So I'm going to attach them to this part. I doubt that they're lined up where the old holes were. Of course not. So
that'll be easy.
On this one, I'm going to have to pre-drill. This one I won't have to. It'll go right into. But I'm not using their screws. Their screws were kind of little. I'm going to use bigger ones. But see, I have linoleum right under. Not linoleum. The laminate countertop. I put pieces under here because our old dishwasher would heat up and go on there, and it would have rotted out the wood if I didn't.
Yep. Well, it's steam.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead, and I don't think I'm going to have to drill for this one right here. I'm just going to push this back and just start it. I don't think I'm going to have to, but maybe I will. Okay, so I'm going to get my drill and pre-drill a hole.
All right, you got the first one.
Yep, almost all the way there. There we go. And now I got to do the other one. But I want to make sure that it's, you know, I'm about equal distance, like that. So then I want it just to look, you know what I mean, look like it's not cocky-wampus like that.
Yeah.
Alright, so now all I gotta do is pre-drill this hole. It looks like it's pretty straight here, right? Looks like about the same distance. Let me see. I had a measure tape somewhere.
I probably put it somewhere over there. Oh, there it is.
Alright, so we got 7/8. 7/8. Perfect.
There we go.
Alright, so I'm just going to drill a hole in here. Put this down like this. Don't want to drill too far because you know why? I want to go through the top, even though really probably can't, but it'd be awful close.
Yeah.
Take this screw and screw it in. For stuff like this, I don't like to use a drill to drill the or to screw it in because I don't want to strip it.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect. Now, guys, it should. Perfect.
Nice.
Okay, so now my next step is going to be to hook my water up in the bottom and to hook my drainage hose to the drain.
Still looking for that drain stuff?
What's that?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get this Teflon tape off of the threads, the old Teflon tape. So I can put new Teflon tape on. And it's not too easy because it's way back here. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't look like it.
And there's not a whole, oh, here's, see, I got a little bit. There's just a little bit more on here. It's a very hard place to work. Yeah, I got it all now. And let me go get some Teflon tape, put some Teflon tape on there, and then connect that hose. So I have the Teflon tape. I'm going to use a pencil for this because of where that's at. So I'm going to take my Teflon tape and wrap it around my pencil.
Well, what's that going to do?
Because I won't be able to get this around it. This makes it easier.
Oh, okay.
So now I'll start it like this, and then I can just go around it like this.
That makes sense.
And remember, with Teflon tape, you want to go the same way that you're threading, you're going to throw it in, or thread it on. So in other words, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right, with most things. Mm-hmm. So I want to go around this way clockwise, so that when I'm tightening it, the end of it is that way. Because if you did it the other way, when you go to tighten it up, it's going to actually take it off.
That makes sense.
That's like one of those learning things that you gotta, you keep doing, and you mess up so many times, and you're like, duh.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go put that on there, and then I can put the water hose and hook the water hose up. Oh, this is not gonna be too easy.
Not gonna be too easy?
Huh?
Not gonna be too easy?
No. Oh, why didn't you tell me you were filming?
I figured there should be.
This, these difficult places to get into, like this. This isn't too bad, Tom. Okay. I'm going to tighten it as finger tight as I can get, and then I got to use this. Oh, this is fun. This is when I get like cramps and stuff like that in my legs and stuff, So remember, righty-tighty, right? So I'm going to tighten this thing up until I get it all the way tight. And this, I'm going to get tighter than the screws. Well, not tighter than the screws, but I'll be pretty tight on this. I'm not going to just go finger tight, Mm-hmm. I want this thing so it does not leak.
Because that would be bad.
No, that would be real bad. Don't want to break it either.
Also important.
All right, so that should be good right there. And because I have it hooked up there, I can check the water right now. I don't have to wait because it'll leak if there's a leak in here. Okay, so I got nothing there, and this is the other place I got to check down here. I should have brought the light over, huh?
That probably been good.
I don't feel anything. Yeah, there's nothing coming out of here. So I got that nice and tight too. So that's working. No leaks. No leaks in here. I'll double check. Nothing. All right. That is good to go.
All right, 1 out of 3.
1 out of 3. Yeah, now I might as well, since I'm down here, I might as well hook up the drain hose.
You might as well, right?
Yeah. So, I don't know if you can get this in the picture at all, Tom, but see right back here? This is where it goes. I think you're better off on this side, right here.
Yeah.
So, here's your hose. Bloop. Now, it's going to go on there, but you have to put a clamp on it. So I saved my old clamp.
That's smart.
But this is too big.
Well,
that's not a problem. So, okay, so that's going to fit without a problem there.
That's good.
Okay, so I'm going to just get a little radiator clamp. I have them out in the shed. So let me go get one of them for this. You know how many times I've been in the shed?
A lot.
And I said shed. YouTube, that's for you. I'm back with
the thing.
This is a radiator clamp. Well, that's what they call them, or a hose clamp. So you gotta remember one thing, guys, and that is you put this on here first before you put the hose on.
Oh yeah, how would you get it on otherwise?
But I am going to get this to the point where it's actually a little bit snug, so it's, And I use a screwdriver for this. You can use a ratchet, but something like this, because this is plastic pipe, I would recommend that you use a screwdriver so that you don't over tighten. It's easier to over tighten with a ratchet.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to get this just so that it's snug. Screwdriver is more of a pain in the neck for this because it slips out a lot. And you know, they make these regular screwdrivers instead of Phillips, which stays in better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But don't over tighten it because it's gotta still go over top of this thing, right? So now we're gonna put this on like that, and now I'm gonna tighten it up. I'll be tightening it over here. If you, I don't know if you can see. Can you see it from there, Tom?
I mean, I can see it.
And just make sure that you're tightening it in a spot that you can untighten it. You know?
Yeah.
There's a piece of tape on here that is bugging me too. Okay. Come on, light. Work with me here. And this is what there would have been some words coming out, but I'm trying to keep the peace, you know what I mean?
That is called a frustration.
Yeah. Hey, son of a mama. I'm probably going to stab myself with a screwdriver. Then you might hear a few words come out, you know?
Well, let's hope it doesn't happen.
I almost stabbed myself just then. And the thing I'm going to do with this dishwasher, when I run it, I'm not going to put my stuff back in here yet.
Just in case.
And put a little bucket underneath this, just to make sure.
That would be smart.
But like I said, just don't over tighten it, but don't under tighten it. Okay, so that I'm going to go right there. And hopefully, we're going to be good with that. Now, I've got a lot of hose in here. That's a lot of hose.
That it is.
Now, I forget what the diagram said that you want to do. Because I could
not make it go back down.
So I can go like that though, right?
I think that should be fine. Like, I think it's like, don't set it up so that like water pools in it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so it's a little tricksy. So I'm gonna try to get it over like that.
Okay.
The only problem is like that right there, because that box goes in there. So maybe I won't do it like that. Maybe I'll put this. Son of a mother. It's too kinky. You know what I mean, Tom? Hold on, with that would be, that's not good because that'd be up, going down.
And down, the water will pool in that, yeah.
Huh. So what does it mean? Let me see where I can go because I need it to go back there. You know what I mean? Up that way.
Yeah.
Not, all right. Let me see what I can do in here.
All right. Well,
once I figure this out, guys, then we'll turn it back on.
Yeah. All right. That's 2 out of 3.
Okay. So what I did is, remember those clamps that came with that? I drilled 2 holes in there so I could put screws in there so it can hold the hose over on the side. So I can put that box in there and this will stay over here. So that's done.
There's another one up on the top that you can't really see from here, but
nah, but it works. So, all right. Now my next step, guys, is going to be the electric. Now Kevin told me this to be a 2-hour job. We started. What time? Maybe 1 something? Maybe right around 1?
No, we're like right at the 2-hour mark, I think.
Okay. We're at the 2-hour and I guess I'm doing pretty good. If I only had a plumber to do it, if I only knew a plumber, you know? If I only knew if I had a plumber friend. Yeah. I think Joe said that to me one time. If I only had a plumber friend. What does Kevin do?
That's a good question.
Huh.
What does Kevin do?
Huh. Pretty sure that it's almost like Mario and Luigi. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
pretty sure. Anyway, so now I want to hook up the electric, and I can turn the electric on, and well, I'll get it all ready and everything, and we're gonna have to run. We have a few dishes. We'll run it through there, and that should be it. And hopefully no leaks out of the drain. We know there's no leaks in the water. We already checked that, but we have to make sure the drain isn't dripping at all, because I have that clamped tight enough. So let me hook up the electric. That's always fun because I gotta lay on my belly and do that. I don't know that we need to show you guys that, because all you have to do is remember this, right? Let me just show you. You got 3 wires here. You have black, white, and the one without any plastic on there is your ground. So you're just basically, I think the wires are right here for the unit, I hope. Yeah, here they are right here. You got black, white, and green. Green is ground.
That makes sense. Green ground.
Yeah, so you're just going to do your white, and I can use my old wire caps, but I got new ones, because this also, you know how like when you order something and it says you need this with that, you know, like, so it had a hookup kit for that hose, the water hose, the clamp, and these. So I'll just show real quick with one of these, because I also use electrical wire also.
Once you do one, it's kind of the same, isn't it?
Yeah, so we'll do white first, right? So you put the white ones right next to each other like that. Take your wire cap and just tighten it until it's really tight. And then I'm going to take electrical tape and wrap around there, because I do that all the time. Tom knows that's what I do. Yep. That's what I do.
Well, electricity's scary.
Oh, you know what though? Before I do that, I got to try to get this wire to come out that hole right there, because it was supposed to come out that hole.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll be cussing here for a while to try to get that, because I want to put the faceplate back on that.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes it pays to read the directions and not just look at pictures.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Good luck with that. Mm-hmm. What are you so excited about?
Because I looked at this, and there is actually a knockout hole right here. See it on the side?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, I can knock that out and then put the wires right through here and attach them. So, woohoo! I was looking for something, because you know what I was going to do? I was just going to cut a hole, or probably cut a hole in here somehow. I don't know how, but I don't have to worry about that anyway, because I'm just going to knock that out and put it through there, and then I can. And I'll show you guys when it's finished, before I put the plate on, how I did it. Okay, so now I have the wires there, guys. I just have to get this faceplate on right there. It's, you know, it's not so easy working in here. But as you can see, I don't know if you saw the wires or not.
Couldn't really from the...
Yeah, what? Oh, I can't even see in there. Okay, there we go.
Takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, it does. It takes 2 hands too. There we go. Alright, good night. Okay, so that is all done now, guys. We got electric, we have water, we have the drain hose hooked up. Now, you don't want to run it yet. Tom's going to clean up this mess.
Yeah, I gotta clean it up.
Anyway, well, you broke it. You should have to clean it up.
I want to go on a scavenger hunt for your tools later. We didn't
figure out what these were for, did we?
Oh yeah.
Extras. Don't you like when you get extra parts?
I mean, I know I gave my guess.
Yeah, I know you did. They're both the same. They have adhesive on it. So I wonder if these were supposed to go...
Like along the sides?
Like right along the sides in there, you know? Like something like that, you know?
Very possible.
Yeah. You all right there?
I guess the door was partially open.
I'm not going to worry about these.
Well, we didn't have them on the other one.
That's what they're for, because I don't see where they're for.
I mean, they'd probably be like very noticeable if they were like.
Oh, here they are, right
essential.
Here they are, right here. Note: install cabinet seal to dishwasher before placing it in the cabinet. Okay, so these were supposed to stick on the side of the cabinet. This part right in here was supposed to stick right in. We were supposed to put it right in like that. Now I could still do that.
You could.
I could just take it off and put it in like that, which I think I'll do. And then I can take all this stuff out of here. Hey, look, an energy guide.
Wow.
And then I will get it all set up. I have to vacuum a little bit out of there, the wood when I drilled in the bottom. And then I can try running it, put a bucket under there, make sure that your drain is, you know, that's not leaking. Because the only way I'm going to find out that is when it drains.
Right.
And there you go, guys. It was pretty easy. I mean, looks nice. Got to peel the plastic off of this too.
True.
You know, because it'd be pretty silly to leave that on.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it works. I hope it's nice and quiet. Maybe we should turn the camera on when we have it running.
We should.
And just show everybody how it is going. So we'll turn it back on in a little bit after Tom cleans all this up. I get this on. I also have to have that faceplate on the bottom too in here.
Yeah, good luck with that.
It's running, guys.
And it is. It's got power. Got water.
Yeah, and nothing's dripping so far, but it hasn't drained yet, so I'm waiting for that. For it to drain. The other, yeah, and I dried that bowl completely out just to see if any water gets in there whatsoever. I did notice one little flaw, and it's my fault, even though I did measure. Remember I measured? Mm-hmm. As you can see, this is sticking out a little bit further here than over here, and that bugs me. So, when it gets done completely running, I'll take that screw out, push it back so that it's even, and then I'm going to put that screw back in.
Simple enough fix.
Yeah, it won't be that hard to do. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put this plate on the bottom, which just goes on. It just goes down there on the bottom, guys. And there's 2 screws, goes through here and right here. And of course you got to peel this plastic off of here, which we already did on the door and everything. But there you go. It's really easy to install a dishwasher. I mean, it takes a little bit of time, but everything that I ever work on always takes a little bit of time because I need this, that, and the other thing.
But in terms of procedure, it's actually really simple.
Yeah, yeah. And Tom learned how to put it in. So the next time, when I'm in my deathbed or whatever, Tom can come over and put a new dishwasher in. Right, Tom?
Why do you always have to be morbid?
What did you call me?
Morbid.
Anyway, that's how you install a dishwasher. Especially when your son breaks it, then you just
I didn't
gotta buy
break
one
it.
and install it. Until next time, guys, grab yourself something cold to drink, put your feet on, relax. I'll meet you at the lounge with clean dishes.
I didn't break it.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.